Return of the Jedi month might be over, but Luke Skywalker will always be a favorite on this channel. And this time, we're unboxing Star Wars, the Black Series Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser from the Mandalorion on Way I Got It Figured.
The Way I Got It Figured.
What's up out there, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured back with another Star Wars Black Series review. This time, we're looking at Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser. Back in February, I did the vintage collection version of Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser, and this one was also coming, and I intended to get both, and I did get both. Picked them up at Gamestop. I did have them on pre-order with Pulse, but I ended up canceling that because I found them in store at GameStop. This Luke Skywalker is purported to be the best Jedi version of Luke ever to appear in Black Series. I've even seen some people say it's, comparable to the SH Fig Arts version of Luke in the same likeness. But we're going to find out, and we're going to find out if he indeed should replace the current ongoing, the original Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight in your Black Series collection. I'm hoping so, but we're gonna see. So we're gonna look at the package, we're gonna look at the figure, we're going to look at his articulation, we're gonna do some poses, perhaps compare him to Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, and make some final thoughts. So starting, of course, with the packaging, we have him in his Black Series box, which of course is a closed face, plastic-free packaging box. Apparently we're going to be going back to having some packaging on, some plastic in the packaging, but we might be not even seeing anything like that till 2024. So for now, that's what it is. And here he is, Luke. The Mandalorian orange color. You've got some side art of Luke. It says Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser down there. On the other side, you've got the figure and measurements, which is cool. That's very cool. They're doing the same thing for the G.I. Joe Classified series stuff. And on the back, you've got another picture of the figure. And you've got your text, of course. Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser. When the Mandalorian embarks on a mission to save Grogu from Moff Gideon, he receives unexpected help in the form of Luke Skywalker. And we all know what that means. We are thrilled to the return of Luke Skywalker, cutting down the Dark Troopers on the Imperial Light Cruiser on his way to taking Grogu back to his academy to train him. And, it's an episode I've watched and rewatched several times. Chapter 16, The Rescue. If you haven't seen it, I don't know, kind of probably living under a rock, but if you haven't seen it, you should see it. So, that's enough about the package. We're going to get them out, check them out, and get into it. So here he is, the man in black, with all of his accessories, which essentially is his cape and lightsaber. So we'll start with his accessories this time. So it's his, obviously, green lightsaber he built, Return to the Jedi. And the blade, of course, does detach. Technically, you get two things there. And the hilt is pretty well detailed. He's got a little hook for his belt. And then moving on to the cape. Flows pretty nicely. I do think that, you know, like other capes with the Black Series, you know, you could probably take a blow dryer to it or something, to steamer, to kind of unwrinkle it, but it's not as bad as some that I've seen. And of course it does come off pretty easily. We will stick Luke himself on the turntable. So here we have him, his Jedi Knight outfit, with the difference, of course, being the belt on the outside, sort of like how Obi-Wan wore his in the original trilogy. Of course, he's got his glove. There he is from the back, and the side, front again. So yeah, he's looking good. Let's try to do a close up here on the face. Like this, the Mark Hamill is pretty good. Not bad, not bad at all. Detail on the belt and the Jedi robes. So there we go. Get into his articulation. All right, so we can pose him in the T-pose. This arm doesn't want to go up as much on this copy. It's sort of resisting a little bit. But we've got, as you can see, he's tilting side to side. And the gi's not really stopping that. Goes back a little bit, goes forward a little bit. But I wouldn't say he has an ab crunch. Obviously, you can turn side to side. His waist, even though it goes like that and like that, kicks out to about here. It's a pretty good kick. Kicks back to about there. And obviously, he has pinless legs to about there. Does have the thigh cut that they usually have on Black Series. He does have a butterfly joint. He's got the butterfly joint there. As you can see, articulation to there, wrist articulation there. Articulation there. His head looks up to about there. Looks down to about there. Can swivel to the side. Obviously, it can turn all the way around. And that will do it for his articulation. So looking really good. His figure looks great. One definite improvement over the Jedi Knight version is that the Jedi robe like actually comes down over top of the swivel in his leg. But this figure's not using any parts from the old Jedi Knight figure that I can tell. I just noticed when I turned his head around, his Mandarin collar actually went with it. So you have to sort of turn the Mandarin collar as well. If you don't need to move his head that far, but if you do that, his Mandarin collar will go to the side too, which I'm glad I caught that. But there you go. Let's get Luke into some poses. There we go. Luke in a basic lightsaber wielding pose. Sort of a post deflection, force push kind of pose. Lightsaber flashing, gunslinger-esque. So there you go. There's some poses with Luke that you can do. I'm sure there are people who do way better posing than I do. I'm trying to keep this short, but I generally don't. We'll do a quick look over of this one versus Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, and then we'll do final thoughts. Okay, so here we have Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, who is a, well-known Black Series figure. I'm going to take his cape off. We'll talk about the cape a little bit later, but as you can see, this one maybe the arms are the same, but this one is from Jabba's palace, and as you can see, his You know, Jedi robes sort of ride up. They don't go all the way down. I mean, it's not a bad figure, but this always bothered me here. This area here, right here. Just doesn't look that great. And while the likeness is okay, I don't think it's, you know, I'm pretty sure we can agree that this one has a better likeness to Mark Hamill. But it's not terrible, but, you know, it's better likeness. Of course, he can't hook his lightsaber anywhere. But he's not terrible. It's just this one's just better. So when you look at the arms here, they don't have the same wrinkles. So it kind of sort of shows that it's really not the same, figure. Wrinkles aren't the same on the legs. The wrinkles aren't the same. Obviously not on the legs. These are pinned legs. They're not the same on the arms. So there's that. So unless you're, you know, totally into movie screen accuracy, and the guys, your Black Series guys have to, you know, be totally accurate to the movies, you know, and there are people who are like that, and that's okay. You know, this one is it's just better. The black is much more sheer on this version. And the Jedi robes just look better. Everything about it is, it's just, you know, this is not a bad figure, but this is a better figure. So there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you have a different opinion, certainly feel free to let me know. But yeah, totally new tool on this Luke Skywalker. All right, let's move on to final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser from the Black Series. It's Luke. It's always gonna, just because it's Luke Skywalker, it's gonna get high marks from me. But you know, even objectively, I've got to say this is a great action figure. It's a great likeness of Luke from the Mandalorian. It's a great likeness of Luke as a Jedi Knight. And it's going to get a 10 out of 10 from me, where I got it figured. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like the content and you have not subscribed already, please subscribe if this is your first time. You know, I got many action figures to review, and I enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy it, not really for any other reason. So hopefully you can find some value in this channel. If you are a member, you know, not a member, but a subscriber already, thank you so much for continuing to watch the videos, and I will be putting more out very shortly. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.